Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Variant Girl. This is my very first YouTube comic book review, so bear with me. It's being brought to you by www.thecomicbookfile.com. First book I'm going to be reviewing or talking about is Executive Assistant Iris, number 1, put out by Aspen Publishing. And the creators on this would be David Wall, and the art is done by Eduardo Francesco. So basically, this book was amazing. I had never really heard anything about it prior to picking this up last Wednesday. And the reason I did was because I thought that the cover was just beautiful. I fell in love with it. I just loved the art, and it just looked amazing. It kind of reminded me of Kill Bill. And apparently there was an issue 0 that had come out on Free Comic Book Day, but for whatever reason just went under my radar, didn't know anything about it. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because it's like one of those hidden gems that you stumble upon, and it turns out to be just amazing. So David Wall, the creator, basically got the idea for this comic book from reading an article which talked about executive assistants and personal bodyguards in China before China kind of became this superpower that it has turned into. Before, high-level corporate executives would often go into meetings and they would sort of take bodyguards with them just to ensure their safety. And the guys that they were taking in, these big roid junkies, kind of started intimidating one another, and it was more or less agreed upon that it might be less intimidating and more, I don't know, apropos to have a female accompany these businessmen. However, these females were trained as, bodyguards and protectorates, and they were called executive assistants, henceforth the name. And basically, in this issue, we find our female protagonist, or anti-hero, whatever you want to call her, executive assistant Iris. She works for a gentleman by the name of Mr. Ching, very powerful man, has a lot of money, has a lot of power, and has decided that he needs her assistance in taking care of his business, both personal and professionally. And we realize that Iris loves what she does. She loves the lifestyle. She enjoys the finer things in life. And even though she looks all beautiful and she acts all quiet and demure, she is one female you really don't want to mess with. She basically assassinates someone in this first issue, a family man and a associate of Mr. Ching. And we see that Iris has some moral dilemmas about doing this, but she was trained for this, she went to school for this, she was bred to do this, and her ultimate objective is to listen to her boss, her employer, and do his bidding. And if that means that she has to get rid of certain people, well then so be it, that's what she's got to do. The art in this is just amazing. I love it. It's just the right amount of cheesecake, and it's paired with great writing, a solid story, and it doesn't make this female character look weak. In fact, it's just sexy. The fighting is sexy. The killing, if you can say that, is even sexy. Very Kill Bill-like, very Quentin Tarantino-ish. I like the fact that we finally see a strong female protagonist, and I have a lot of high hopes for this series as it continues. I know that I will definitely be buying the next issue of this, because I really, really am interested in seeing where this all goes. I think there's a lot to be learned about this character. I think that if David Wall wants to, he's going to be able to just pretty much write a lot of character development, and we'll really get to know, the true story of who this character is. There's obviously much more than meets the eye here, and I personally cannot wait to find out what else Iris is capable of. All in all, solid read. Very interesting premise. The art is just beautiful, and I know Aspen Publishing is known for their art, and some people like it, some people don't. I personally was really digging it, and I think this has been a great issue. Totally worth the money. I believe it was like $2.99, and totally worth it. A lot better than some of the stuff I've been buying or have bought in the past. So once again, just want to say thanks for watching, and I hope you liked the review. You can look out for a much more detailed review of this book and other issues on my blog site, which is http://www.thecomicbookfile.com/blog. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time.